0.2, adding integers. Adding integers with the same sign. What do? We add up their absolute value. Your answer will be positive if both the integers are positive, and your answer will be negative if both of the integers are negative. Example 1, find the sum of -3 plus -4. We are adding the same signs. What do? We add them up and we keep the same sign. I am adding up two negatives, and so I get a negative answer. How about adding integers with different signs? You are going to subtract their absolute value, and then you're going to take the sign from the larger number. We have -5 plus 4. We are adding a negative and a positive. These are different signs, and so we subtract them. 5 minus 4 is 1, and then we're going to take the sign from the larger number. 5 is larger than 4. We're going to take the sign from the 5, which is negative. We are adding 6 plus -2. We're adding a positive and a negative. These are different signs. When we're adding different signs, we subtract them. 6 minus 2 is 4. And then we take the sign from the larger absolute value number. 6 and 2. We're going to take the sign from the 6, which is positive. Adding more than two integers. Two numbers with the same absolute value but different signs are opposites. For example, the absolute value of 5 equals 5. The absolute value of its opposite, -5, also equals 5. An integer and its opposites are also called additive inverse. This property is useful when adding two or more integers. If I have 5 plus -5, that's going to equal 0. When I add opposites, I get 0. Find the sum. I have -7 plus -16 plus 7. I see opposites here. -7 and +7 equals 0, and that leaves an answer of -16. Do I see any opposites on example B? I do not see any opposites. What I like to do is I like to add up my positives first. 12 plus 9 is 21. And then I like to add up my negatives. I'm adding -4 and -7. I'm adding two negatives, and I get -11. Or I have 21 plus a -11. I added up my positives and got 21. I added up my negatives and got -11. Now I have different signs. What do we do when it's different signs? We subtract them. 21 minus 11 is 10, and then I take the sign from the larger number. 21 is larger than 11. So I take the sign from 21, it's a positive 10. Let's take a look at our condensed rules. Pause the video and try the adding section. Same sign and different sign. Try these problems here. On the first one, we are adding a negative and a negative. I am adding the same sign. When I add the same sign, I add it up and keep the same sign. -3 plus -1 is -4. -4 plus -5, I'm adding the same sign. I add them up and keep the same sign, -9. On the third one, we're adding a positive and a negative. I'm adding different signs. I'm going in two different directions. I'm going in the positive direction, and then I'm going back in the negative direction. I need to subtract them and take the sign from the larger number. 10 minus 6 is 4. And I'm going to take the sign from the 10, which is going to be a -4. Finally, we have -16 plus +5. I'm adding a negative and a positive. I'm adding different signs. Therefore, I'm going to subtract. and take the sign from the larger number. On this problem, I'm going all the way to negative 16, and then I got to go back in the positive direction. I'm going in two different directions. I'm going to subtract them. 16 minus 5 is 11. And then I'm going to take the sign from the larger number. From 16 makes it a negative 11.